I've got the opportunity to travel quite a bit, and I've been in some of your states, and many of you have played host to me. Some of the people who've played host to me in Iowa are the Kislings. Burt and Birdie welcomed me when I first got there, and as they have done for many others who've traveled through Iowa, including Joe Volk and Arthur Maya Boyd and others. But I felt a kind of instant comfort with them. I claim an Iowa connection. I was born in Council Bluffs, Iowa, but grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. But it was kind of I felt immediately warmed by them, and just if you stay in their home, you realize these are people who are tireless, who support a meeting and do all kinds of things that make, again, their own local community and the Religious Society of Friends in Iowa an amazing community, but who have been part of FCNL for a long time. I'd like to welcome Joe Volk to come up and share a little bit about Burt and Birdie Kisling.
Some names step off our tongues at FCNL meetings in twos. Among those are Birdie and Burt Kisling. Both have distinguished themselves as respected members of their business communities. Birdie, I believe, as a realtor. Burt as a regional manager in he told me this today at lunch, the FS Farm Services Corporation. I hope I got that right. Did I get that right? Yes? Iowa is their home, and they've made many of us welcome guests in their home. Sometimes they've even made us at home in their car. I had that experience when Chuck Day of the Iowa Star Pack organization set up a statewide speaking tour for me, and Burt took time off to drive me on a long leg of that trip. After that trip, I wondered whether there was anyone in the state of Iowa whom he doesn't know. Whether here or in Iowa, when you're with them, you always feel at home. Individually and together, Burt and Birdie have a calming and centering influence on you. Have you noticed that? An old phrase from my days of studying religion and philosophy come to mind. Burt and Birdie convey, quote, a cordial consent to human being, end quote. Burt and Birdie have, in their quiet and Iowan manner, done some remarkable things. I don't have time for them all. I'll tell you a couple that I've heard about. While way out here in Washington, I heard of their appearance at a costume party, dressed as Phyllis Diller and Fang. As a result, I'm told they were booked on The Tonight Show. I don't think that's true, but I thought it'd be cool if it was. Seriously, though, on some other matters, and I believe it's true, I'm told that were it not for the vision and friendly persuasion of Burt and Birdie, we might not have Scattergood Friends School continuing as it does today. Although Burt and Birdie have an authenticity, an understated presence, national political figures notice them and recognize them. Here's another story I heard. I'm told that at a fall election campaign event in Iowa, Senator Harkin picked Burt out of a crowd and said, "Be sure to see me when you're in Washington November the 15th. It didn't even have to be said that there was an annual meeting of FCNL. He just knew Burt was going to be there. Birdie, too, I'm told that when a group sought to have a meeting with Senator Grassley, they were stymied by the geographical distances. Birdie said that was no problem. They could just meet with him by conference call. The others said skeptically that senators don't meet with ordinary people by conference call. It just doesn't happen. Birdie set it up, and they did have that conference call with Senator Grassley. A word from Birdie or a word from Burt has introduced a number of new donors to FCNL, and they have helped to knit together our growing community that is FCNL, including support for things like our green building. Great success. All that is relationship building. Relationship building is at the center of FCNL's public interest lobbying. Burt and Birdie know something about relationship building, and they are a precious resource to our community. Thank you, Burt, and thank you, Birdie.